The B team traded 2-2. GG's. Shout out to Mothu. He says he's at work. GG's. Hey, appreciate it, bro. That's cool. And now we're gonna head towards A-team games, and we're gonna start with our Zerg compatriot Debaser. So
I love Debaser, another great member of our team. I can't really speak to Armada, who is his opponent in this game, but Debaser has been super fun to play with. We did a King of the Hill kind of night with Debaser in there, and it was just a ton of fun.
Yeah, I remember getting totally owned by Scuzzy over and over, and it's kind of like that schoolyard, like basketball or whatever. You're like, yo, I'm gonna get my big brother, and he's gonna come and dunk on you. Yeah, like let's call it Debaser. So then we call our A-teamer in to fill in, and yeah, so that was Debaser here. Let's get our lobby set up. All right.
I gotta take another break. I've been getting over a cold, so I've been like chugging the tea lately.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to
Okay,
go
cool.
to the bathroom one
Actually,
more
me
time.
too.
That
Let's go.
works.
Quick
Cool.
bathroom break. We'll be right back with Debaser versus Armada. A-team, No1CareThat versus Scientology Vessel. It's tied up 2-2. See you in a couple minutes. Hello, hello, hello. I am back. What up?
Hello.
Yo. What's up?
The CPL bully
Dude,
curiosity says.
He is a real bully. I remember I was like, hey, Scuzzy, let's practice Zerg vs. Terran. He's like, okay. He ruthlessly 1-1-1s me. He mech pushes me. He flawless bio +1, 5x +1 timing. It just destroys me. What a bully, that guy. But he's playing...
a Protoss main, too, right?
I know, right?
He's off racing and...
Just bullying these low
Terran.
MMR bastards. So we'll see him play later. Actually, the series after this is going to be Scuzzy versus... what's our guy's name? Kazanki Renko, I think. So, stay tuned for that. But coming up next, this next series is Debaser versus Armada. So,
Armada.
yeah. Debaser, like we said, is a Zerg player. Is this a ZVZ? Is that right?
It is.
ZVP?
Let me check here. We got a ZVP, yes. So Debaser is a Zerg player and Armada is a Protoss player.
A ZVP.
Both rank themselves around the 1800. Armada
Sweet.
says he's 18 to 1900 MMR levels. So
Cool.
Should be some good games here.
Yeah. So actually, this is tough because 1, I like Debaser. 2, he's on my team. 3, he plays Zerg. 4, he knows Zerg Salt, the Zerg Salt that I have in ZVP against his Protoss opponent. So Scuzzy says Armada fighting. It's just two different perspectives, man.
Armada fighting, yeah. Scuzzy, you got to be our Protoss liaison here because both of us are going to be exactly as biased as Eric.
Oh, I'm actually feeling the salt right now. Let me drink some water, actually.
Water down that salt a little bit, yeah.
Charge lot +1 attack at my third.
Oh.
Corsair
like
+1 air.
One sunken coming up and lurkers morphing and they
storms on all of my Hydras.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, one storm kills a Hydra. That's
DT
wonderful.
kills all the drones in my main, and I was never alerted to that fact.
I got 0 notifications about it. Yeah, you just look up and there's no
Reaver drops and High Templar Archons destroyed all. Okay, so anyway, moving on.
Let's have a nice unbiased cast of this ZVP.
So unbiased. Okay, let's go. Armada versus Debaser, game 1. That was a funny little bit there. I don't know if you have my stream up. I was sipping water between each of those, like desalinating with the water sips there.
It didn't work. You were still totally salty the whole time.
I was still super salty. Oh, let's get the game going. Here we go. So we're in game now. We've got Armada versus Debaser. Armada are Trout Protoss.
Yes.
The trout colored Protoss in the top left versus Debaser, our red Zerg in the bottom left. They both have the pre-order anniversary skins for Nexus and Hatchery. So that's how you know we're on some A-teamer shit. These people were way ahead of it and pre-ordered the game and everything. So that's hilarious. That's funny, man. So looks like already with that clockwise Ovi Scout, he's gonna see the Protoss right away, and he's heading right towards that natural, the first pylon coming down here for Armada. And he's in, what is INS clan? I've seen a few players with the INS clan tag.
I don't know INS.
I know that they're a respected clan, which is pretty cool. I'm sure probably someone on chat could fill in here, but we've got Overlord now coming. I'm curious to see Debaser's build because you can do Overpool. It looks like Overpool's coming up.
That is absolutely what he's doing. Yeah, that's definitely the safest of the options there. You can kind of pressure that probe if he tries to block your natural. You can get something out to block any kind of early zealot pushes if that ends up coming out.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you can even try to like lay into all lings and get a run by.
And Forge first for Armada. So another way that you can sort of be stylistic, I think, is with Protoss openings, picking Gateway first or Forge first, and then do you go Nexus next? Do you go Forge Cannon, Nexus, etc.? And I'm paraphrasing day 9 here, but there's just a few ways to do some variations on that. And now finally Armada is approaching the Zerg natural. Oh, he just had 300 minerals at the...
Oh, and he blocks it just barely. Oh, that hurts so bad as the Zerg player here.
Like, he had two...
Nope, I'm not even bothering. I'm going out, taking my own...
Debaser spreads out, just like, F you, man. So, he had 280 when the probe was like a foot away, and then the probe blocks it at 300, so that sucks, man. Some links coming out
from Armada, so definitely like thinking maybe an early Hydra thing, a 3-hatch Hydra or something like that.
And you know what?
And then a gateway, so no base yet either.
Yeah, so that's actually a fair amount of links coming from Debaser. I wonder if that is an audible that he does when his hatch gets blocked. He did throw one down there, but that's only 2 hatches total, and about 6 links. So
coming back to the third now.
We'll see what's up. Probe's ready to block.
Could be able to do much against 2 cannons here, plus a good wall off with the probes.
Yeah, not going to do much. And then there's his builds evening out 400 minerals for the Nexus next. So now we're sort of back to those broad strokes, the normal channels. Debaser's taking his Nat as the 3rd hatch. And the close hatch, you know, he was aware of the positioning.
100%, yeah.
And he chose to take that next, the emergency hatch, you know, the backup hatch, expanding towards his opponent. So not something that I would do, but, you know, Debaser is our Zerg big brother on the playground right now. So
exactly, yeah. He's in 9th grade and we're in 7th grade.
Yeah,
here, so
for sure.
He's helping us out, but I would expect to see something pretty aggressive from this. You know, those larvae being that much closer to the Protoss opponent.
Yeah, man.
Just get stuff out and over to the base a little bit quicker, especially once you get another macro hatch up there if he chooses to go that route. So,
yep.
Yeah,
so
to see how he plays this out.
I'm definitely, you know, it's funny you called him our 9th grader versus us 7th graders.
I'm trying to think of like back when would I have been bullied? I don't know.
When was I
7th
bullied?
grade maybe?
Dude, yeah, I kind of low key got bullied in 7th grade a little bit. But
I feel like that's when people like started to get mean, like
people
intelligently
like
mean.
they were
like,
creative enough with their vocabulary. Yeah. Dude, I had this live journal where I like complained about like school and teachers and parents and everything, and then I got really into like Taking Back Sunday and stuff. And that was 8th grade. So anyway, moving on. I'm glad Debaser was a high school junior, we'll say.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready to come in and beat up on our bullies.
Driving us into school early in the mornings, you know. Yeah,
we thought he was so sick because he could like rent an R-rated movie or something. So
that's right.
That's my relationship with Debaser, basically. But dude, okay, so back to our CVP. Hydra Den for Debaser. So we're gonna have some Hydras coming.
What looks like speed first here. So I've been told by Seriosity that you got to go speed range first if you're going like early pressure, and lurker first if you're holding back, and that's consistent with the 3rd natural place, or the third hatchery placement rather.
Yep, really annoying zealot there at the 9 o'clock, but he cleans it up.
Good micro. Yeah.
spreading out like those lings around the edges of the minerals to get behind the back of there. So a lot of cannon response from Armada.
This looks like a 3-hatch. This is a 3-hatch Hydra. 100%. It's a 3-hatch Hydra. Look at all these Hydras streaming across the map, and yeah, the exact response is just a bunch of cannons, and that looks like what Armada's doing.
Yep. So we'll see what happens here. 3-hatch Hydra.
It's a huge investment from Zerg. You can see the first Corsair coming out from Armada, so he can easily pick off some of these overlords kind of scattered about the map. These Hydras are still kind of at the mercy. They're not going to be able to break this with.
Dude, there's only one pylon covering that right now. Oh, another one's finishing. Oh, so that was kind of
one from behind. Yeah.
Actually, Art of Turtle called it out in our chat that it was an Artosis pylon right there.
The Artosis pylon, yeah.
So we're seeing here what Hydras can get done. I mean, this is claustrophobia for the Protoss, but it's also potentially life-threatening claustrophobia if it's not handled correctly. And this is a lot of cannons. I don't know.
And without range for those Hydras, it's going to be hard to get too much really done. You can see how one's already been picked off from those cannons, getting too close.
Yeah.
We only got one actually shooting at the gateway.
Yeah, so
the range is on the way.
Yeah, he kind of maybe decides better of this and says, I need to go home and fight this Corsair, who's being annoying right now. And we're going to go back into sort of some regular looking ZVP for this. Maybe a little bit different timestamp. You know, sometimes this happens around 6 minutes and it's 7 minutes, but just every game's different. This is where their builds start to become like play, right? Like they have things that decisions are going to try to make into 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and when to take third gases, fourths, etc. But now they're really playing. You know what I mean? Like they've had to make some adjustments already.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the cannons up at the natural of Protoss here, the natural of Armada. Like that alone is probably roughly the same amount of minerals that Debaser put into his Hydralisks here.
Yeah, 300, 600, 900, 1,050.
Yeah. If only to force those, you know, it's at least some kind of trade-off for making all these Hydras, which, you know, each one of these Hydras could have been a drone. They could be mining right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to do something with them here, and we can see it coming in here. One Zealot going out to bravely fend off these Hydras.
He got rallied out, and that gateway goes down, dude. So
that's pretty big.
Armada's building gates in his main, but that's a win.
Hard to hit this forge without getting hit by these cannons here, though, it looks like.
And in fact, really dude, Armada has a second forge. I think he built another one expecting maybe to lose it. So he now has 2 upgrades going, armor and +1 attack.
Oh, he's not going to cancel the armor before it goes down here.
Okay, I clicked it a little late. He didn't get the cancel?
He did not get the cancel as far as I saw.
Okay.
Unless it was very, very, very last minute. But
so this is a win for Debaser, certainly, that he's being able to put his foot down kind of at the front here. And we'll see where he goes next.
Like you said, that claustrophobia aspect is huge. When you start feeling like closed off, it can really affect your whole macro, your whole game moving forward.
Yeah, so what does Protoss do here? He's getting Templar Tech.
Templar Tech, I think, is the answer.
Corsair still being annoying.
Yeah, Templar Tech and Corsair harass. Keep Zerg off a 4th while you can't get your 3rd up here.
Looks like Debaser's moving for that 4th now, actually. He's got a drone going bottom right.
It does, yeah.
So map control, exerting his map control. A little bit of miscontrol, some Hydras here. One dies, but he's alright. And God, yeah, this just feels stressful. I'm actually feeling for Armada right now.
100%, yeah. We've got a lot of gates, though, and just pumping out Zealots right now. Putting all his gas into stuff like he's got Storm just started. This Corsair is getting pumped out, and really Zealot v Hydra is good. Oh, but some Lurkers getting morphed at the front. This is the perfect timing for Armada.
Yeah, he's moving out. He's got the +1 finished and legs finished, so he just immediately gets in the face of those Hydras and is slash, killing Hydras. Those Lurkers morphing, though.
It's going to be really unfortunate here.
And they pop out. He did the sort of like spaz, burrow. So many are burrowed right there. Doesn't have any on this 9 o'clock. Nor does he have much static defense.
Oh man, the Zealot parade is strong here.
Dude, the Zealots are coming in. Oh,
that's so many Zealots. Oh, and Hydra's trying to shoot up.
But
it's never a fun time. Hydra's up a ramp. It's not good.
A group from the natural and his units coming in here. He's pulling the boys. He drone drills the boys back home. One lurker's in there. So this will get cleaned up.
Clean this up. Yeah.
It's tough to say. Could this be as damaging to Zerg as the claustrophobia was, or more? I think this is fairly annoying for Zerg to have to clean up and, you know, restack his drones. We see his boys coming back.
Annoying, but it was a really, really excellent cleanup from Debaser here. Like I don't think he lost many drones, if any drones, and you know, just all those zealots. That was a good 1,000 minerals and zealots. And again, he still has the claustrophobia advantage.
Yeah,
he's still got lurkers outside the natural.
For sure, those lurkers are. He spread them out, you know, a little bit now, so that any approach here is going to require a nice sort of. He's got that concave approach here.
That's right.
You can unburrow one or two. Yeah. So Debaser knows what he's freaking doing. Actually, the fourth is up as well, and a bunch of Hydras coming in. I need to do this more, man. I just need to make a buttload of Hydras. Just make a bunch of Hydras.
Hydras are just really good units. I've seen people win ZVPs with just Hydras. Like not even bothering with other tech.
Yeah.
Like not even lurkers. Just make a bunch of Hydras. Get up to the 4 base. Get them all saturated, and then just Hydra.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're good to go.
I have to say, some of the lurker egg morphing, I mean, props to Debaser. I think it's good when you have the control. It's always so annoying to kind of feel that from Protoss. You're making lurkers right outside my base, you ass. You know, like, how dare you?
Well, the original lurker round was done while he was pushing with zealots too, which has got to be even worse, you know.
So the Obs is coming out. Storms are coming out.
Good storm.
That's a good storm. He sees these lurkers with the Obs here.
Excellent storms.
Great storms, and hopefully with this lurker
spread.
Of
Hydras coming in to back this up.
And a couple lings too, just for that buffering. He sees. He sees
dodged
the Obs.
The storm there from the Debaser.
Good dodge. Good dodge. That observer. The observer goes down, and that's tough, dude. Every observer for Armada is something that you don't want to lose. It's very costly for him. So, this is. I feel like my camera's been focused at the natural for so long.
Doing the same exact.
And I'm not looking at what Debaser's doing, but he's just macroing a bunch. He's got his hive, and he's getting drops. So that could be the coup de grace, so to speak. He could end up dropping into the high ground here and just avoiding the cannons altogether.
He canceled drops for hive just now.
Oh, he did. Oh, good call.
He said, "No, I'm going hive. Get some defilers, maybe. Get some ultras. I don't know.
Yeah,
something to break into these cannons."
Good eye. He's making sure he's safe elsewhere. Building sunks at the 4th, taking the 5th. He's really on top of it. So this is just a bummer. You know, we need perfect control from Toss. We need perfect observer micro. I love how Debaser's got his stuff here, but actually here comes Toss.
Moving out here into all these but with an Obs. Oh, good storm going down on those Hydras.
Yeah, looks like this is still a lot of Zerg stuff and a lot of spines for Toss to deal with.
Storm, but he doesn't have the energy for it. Oh man, that's.
Oh, he's got 40 energy on that Templar. Oh.
And the lurker placement here is just excellent too, just perfectly spread out. Like you said, in that concave, like it's just tough to move out.
Toss is getting starved for gas a little bit. You can see his bank. He's spending his gas every chance that he can get. Another little push out here. Some good goon shots coming in. Microing his Obs back. A few goons getting spiked. Some more spikes here. He's saying, I need to clean up this so you don't flank me and I don't get concaved constantly. So he's moved a little bit northward. Now fighting downward, moving his Obs with it. Zealots buffering for him. There's some eggs in the middle. Good control from Toss, actually, right there, to kind of make that move there, you know?
Especially to work towards that northern 12 o'clock base, because that's really where he wants to go to take his third.
Yeah, and he's
if
been...
he can just carve out a path for a probe, he can get that third up, get some cannons down.
Yeah,
and,
now he's got a flank. He's got flanking units coming in.
Yeah. Got the Obs there. Not enough Hydras to really pick it off. Yep. Oh man, what a push out by Toss. And look at the probes. The probes are coming out. They're eager to get that third base down. They cannot wait to get a third base up and running.
The boys he's sending him up there. There's one Ling. he's still fighting out these lurkers, and more Hydras are coming in. We got a red stream on the minimap from Debaser.
Oh man, yeah, just so many bases for Debaser that it's going to be hard to hold the steady stream here.
I still think this has been what Toss has needed to do, and now he's being annoyed by some of the harass at the third, that Ling up there. Probe fighting a Ling. Oh, the Probe versus the Ling.
The Ling makes it out with 10 HP. We got one more Probe up there, though. He could probably take out
avenge your boy.
Oh, but the 3 Hydras coming up to defend.
Oh, man.
Who's going to win this?
Yeah,
no.
It's like big sisters coming in now to give it at the Probe. He makes one right into the lurker where the natural is going to be.
That's a great trick.
That's a great move.
Morphing the lurker on top of the base.
I remember people doing this in SC2 all the time, burrowing Lings and stuff, and it was just seemed to be more prevalent, I guess. But maybe we're just not good Brood War players, so we don't. It's not prevalent in our games.
Absolutely a big part of it.
Yeah. Naturally, here's Debaser doing his thing. So good spikes coming through. And this is just stressful for Toss.
Lurkers at the bottom of the ramp.
You know, if you switch
the cannons going down, but they're a little slow.
If you switch to Armada's vision, he's just like doesn't see anything. I mean, that's really, really tough here. I mean, certainly he knows that Zerg's taken the map, but maybe not to the extent that he's got it. And Debaser's really in such a comfy spot. That's a great move, making that egg there, you know.
And Armada did have a Corsair down at the bottom right.
Yeah.
I don't know if he saw the other base down there, but
right.
I know he saw at least that base.
A lot of zealots.
Oh, big zealot push in the middle, yeah.
Big zealot push. Those charge lots are closing the gap pretty fast. They're kind of having that weird, like, buggy movement versus Hydras. Debaser making an arc with his Hydras, but more zealots from the north coming in.
So many zealots. Oh, man.
They're now 2-2.
The parade is in full swing.
They're now 2-2 against Debaser's 1 armor 2 attack. So these guys are going to trade pretty good here. But there's just a lot of stuff. One storm in the mix. I missed these High Templars coming in.
Another good storm going down. Oh, but they're all alone now.
Now they're alone.
You got a storm to save their lives. Oh,
that's
and they
tough.
Go down, and that's the
GG for Armada.
Whew. Man. Oh, that was stress. I'm like sweaty palms over here for Armada.
Dude, that just sucks. That's probably not how he wanted that game to go at all. And I have to give props to Debaser a little bit with the audible, right? You know, his hatch was blocked, and that was like a 10-mineral thing. Like, the big picture of the game could have been different when Debaser takes his natural, but instead he expands towards the opponent, does a Hydra attack, and then just controls that natural area for so long. So, yeah. Again, what I was saying, I think when we got cut off, was how funny games can be. You know, that natural hatch getting just barely blocked, you know, like 10 minerals blocked, and then switching his game plan a little bit, expanding towards his opponent, getting the Hydras and upgrades, and then being like, well, okay, now I'm going to do this. And then steering the wheel totally differently, you know? I appreciate seeing that flexibility out of players, you know what I mean?
That's one of the advantages of that 3-hatch Hydra build, too, is that it really looks like any other build up until the point where you take that switch and you really commit to the Hydra push. And noticing that, okay, I got behind in my macro a little bit, I'll go for a micro heavy, you know, early push kind of strategy is I love that kind of dynamic back and forth, and then seeing the kind of response from Protoss and finally getting the push out, trying to take the third, but then the response from Zerg to, well, I'm going to push lurkers up and burrow lurker right in your where you want to take that third. It was just, it was great.
You know,
really good games.
I wonder if Scuzzy's in the chat, if any Protoss could chime in there as far as like what to do when those Hydras are just spitting at your buildings at the natural, and you're like, well, shit, you know, I don't have storms yet, I don't have my tech up yet, I don't have my +1, he might be, he can snipe it. I don't know what to do there. It's very hard to get out there. We saw him try with the charge lots and the +1, but eventually there was just too many Hydras coming in, you know?
Yeah, TW King saying here, wait till High Templar, which seems like the answer to me, too.
When I off-race Protoss, I often forget Citadel into Templar tech and those timings, because I'm like microing my Corsair, and I'm not crystal crisp with my next steps there. But certainly in that scenario, those next steps become expedited, and you're thinking, shit, I need my storms like right now. I need to get out,
Absolutely, yeah.
Says
yeah,
Protoss,
and even using those Corsairs, just kind of aside from the macro, using those Corsairs to kind of hold back Zerg, maybe pull some of those Hydras out of the front of your base so you can push out. Could work too.
He says Protoss doesn't have to go outside for second expansion unless before High Templar or +1 attack upgrade Speed Zealot Rush without Stairs. So maybe without Corsairs, you can spend gas in other directions.
I could see that. Yeah, just forgo the Corsair and just make your whole effort breaking that Hydra wall in front. Because, he didn't really have the gas or money to go Muta. So you don't really have to mitigate that either.
Here's Scuzzy's take. Armada was thinking it was going to be a full all-in 3-hatch Hydra, so he made a late second gas to get his cannons up. So I noted that.
Hard on the cannons, yeah.
And actually, he had a pylon near his second gas that was bending probes around it in a suboptimal path, and so I think that actually could have affected his income a little bit.
That's the word.
Then every gas becomes so pivotal to utilize to help you get out, and that hurts. So
you made mention of that, how he was just spending all the gas he had as soon as he had it, as soon as he had it. Yeah.
Oh, actually, TW King, he says, by the way, I am Renko.
Oh, well, there you go.
We're going to watch his games coming up next against Scuzzy. Yeah. No spoilers, please, in the chat. But, that's going to be great. So Renko's in our chat. We got Scuzzy in the chat. I'm really hoping for some shit talk in the chat between you two. We need that. Yes. I need some back and forth going after we finish up this series here. So, game 2, Debaser vs Armada. You good to go, Sam?
I am good to go.
All right.
J-Dog won against Flash. Oh, god damn it. No spoilers.
Spoiler. J-Dog won against Flash. You
3-year-old spoilers or whatever.
Like which series they've played each other a million times.
Exactly.
So, anyway, Debaser in the 12 o'clock, spawning as the Yellow Zerg, and Armada in our 5 o'clock as the Purple Protoss. So, looks like Debaser has our first little advantage here, sending his Overlord the correct direction, which is good.
Again, I think the opposite direction might be optimal from a blind perspective, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, see, again,
I haven't really studied that.
I kind of agree, because this way, he's going to see the main first, which perhaps in his EVP is not that crazy. Like, you can usually save it from the first goon, and they may not even make goons, for a bit. So that's not as bad. In ZVT, you want to protect him, cover him by naturals, and so this orientation is sort of main-centric, trying to get information from the main, perhaps this first gas timing. Whereas if he goes to the 8 o'clock, he could have a better natural scope out towards the forge fast expand on the wall, So
yeah, watching that wall with the Overlord, especially with this high ground area right next to the wall, can be super helpful.
And we
I also have seen on Aztec here that third base there's a nice wall that can be made by your opponent between your natural and your third.
The mineral third? You mean in the connected one?
Like for Armada, the 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Down
location. Here. Yeah. And I'm thinking a 3-hatch Hydra might be a pretty viable choice on this map too. And since it worked for him on the first map, I'll be interested to see if he goes that direction.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna turn on my Do Not Disturb right now because I'm getting messages of people joining games and stuff. Anyway, wait, that didn't even work.
You can turn that off somewhere in the
options. Did /D&D, and I still got messages.
There's a separate option in the window, but yeah, we can figure it out later.
Anyway, so yeah, actually Debaser doing a different build. He did hatch first, dude.
First, yeah, I'm digging it.
And then Pool next, and we've got Forge first, Armada, and then it looks like Nexus is coming up next here. So Forge into Nexus, just a little bit different strokes. We're gonna see what turns out happening.
Yeah, a little more macro heavy from both players here.
Debaser's not fully aware. Actually, Debaser is kind of suspicious because of that probe movement that perhaps Armada's at the 8 o'clock position.
They had a little passing there in the middle, right?
They had a little passing, and that kind of clued Debaser maybe he's to the left, but now his OVC's the Nexus, so he knows he's in the bottom right-ish. Any special reason for 11-hat, not 12-hat? I thought it was 12-hat. I think, but I could be totally wrong. I'm not sure, you know.
But I don't often go Hedge first CVP.
Yeah, we've got Rogi here saying 11-hats is better against 2-gate or gate fast expand. So, gate-centric stuff. You get that creep down sooner, and then you can make a spore there, or a sunk there.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I've lost plenty of games because of a just barely late sunk on a 12-hatch opener.
Or that frustrating feeling where like you're watching your creep expand and you need to go one more hex to the left, but it goes a hex to the right, and you're like, build. It's terrible. Okay, so what's going on for toss? Yeah, I actually got a message from a guy. Yeah, Hey.
Ooh, taking this front third. That's I don't know. I'm scared of that front third, honestly, especially ZVP where a few zealots can just ruin your day.
Yeah. That's a bold third. Dude, we watched Debaser when he came in as our resident 9th grader to bully Scuzzy.
That's right.
I think he was in this position up here at the 12 o'clock, and he took the mineral third first at the 2-ish. And then went later. Confusing. Yeah.
And I'm equally confused by the front third, too, so I don't know what I was expecting. But
yeah.
Ooh, getting that probe out.
Yeah, classic pair of lings fighting that one pesky little probe here.
Again, we got the Den with a range upgrade before layer, which looks very much like a 3-hatch Hydra.
Yeah.
But it was scouted. We do see a second cannon going down from Protoss, so we'll see.
Yep, we may have a little bit of a similar game here overall.
It's a really good build.
I'm just excited to see a quality Zerg versus a quality Protoss, you know?
It's a super fun matchup. This was a matchup that I hated for the longest time, you know, because I complained to you about it incessantly.
Yeah, you had a lot of angry Protoss rants for sure.
Absolutely, and I finally kind of come into my own way about it and have learned to enjoy it. Ooh, the probe scouting the Hydra. That's a dead giveaway that obviously
he sees multiple Hydras coming out. What a... Shoutouts to Armada for the probe micro, because he worth every penny there. Well played. So another cannon coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Another cannon coming down. He knows what's up. And those zealots. I wonder about this wall structure and if this is harder for toss because, you know, to the left of that, like the stone structure, you know, that to the left, if you get range first, could you pick this forge right now and be out of range?
And he does. We're gonna find out in just a second here.
Yeah, range is done.
He does have range finished.
Indeed. So here's his 5 Hydras. 2 more coming in. 7 Hydras. And here's where the spit action starts.
That's right. The gate definitely going down. Barely saving that Hydra with 3 HP there.
Dude, it's like Jurassic Park when the spitters killed Newman.
But that was a good feeling. Like I'm kind of rooting for Armada. I've seen some good stuff from him so far.
You're right. Okay. So anyway, the gateway's down. That's
his name wasn't Newman either.
No, but he was the guy. He was the actor. Was from
He played Newman in Seinfeld.
Yeah, but in Jurassic Park, he was the Barbasol guy with the jeans. It's exactly as I called it.
This little spot that he can snipe at that. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Did I not call it? Stream saw me making a box right here, and I was like, I know that's possible here, so that's great.
We got a second forge already up from Armada though, so he's doing the same thing he did last game. He saw that coming.
Yep. Oh, and robotic support base coming out for Armada. He's getting the shuttle movement speed and a reaver as well. Yeah. So he's definitely going to try a different approach here when it comes to the how to bust out or what can I do. And his Corsair is poking around here. Debaser's got his Ovi's grouped a little bit. Some Hydras there. Fending that off. Also, his Ovi speed is coming too. You said the Reaver's out? Oh, there it is.
It is out there with those cannons.
So this is actually... He's actually secure right now, I think. He's got a lot of cannons. He's got the Reaver. But it's like... very nerve-wracking because he feels like he's in the same kind of place and he's got to get creative now because last time Debaser just took over the map, and even though he had good attempts to push out, the macro was crazy from Debaser, you know?
That's right. I see a shuttle coming out here from Armada, so I think his plan is to just fly around these Hydras and make them have to run back if they're going to do anything.
And he's almost done with the Gravitic Drive.
Is that the speed for the shuttle? I'm not a
exactly. That's speed. That was a quiz, and you passed.
There we go. Okay. If I had said Gravitic Drive to you, would you have known that it was the speed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure, dude. Like I played Protoss when I was 8, and I know I know stuff. Yeah. Actually, don't quiz me anymore. Now I'm on stream, so I'm gonna draw a blank. That Corsair finally got picked. Oh jeez.
But I passed at least.
You passed. Congratulations. You passed on to the 9th grade. Welcome to Debaser's grade.
Oh, I'm not quite at Debaser's grade though. I gotta work out a little bit more before.
No, he's a high school junior at least, dude, for sure.
He's been graduating alongside me, right?
Yeah, he's on course for graduation right now as he gets a 4th base over here at the Mineral 3rd.
Though. Breaking out with the Reavers. Ooh. Oh, so good.
Oh, I missed it.
Got a good 4 or 5 Hydra kills there with the Zealots. It was enough to push these Hydras back, and he's safe to take a 3rd now. Totally destroying the whole thing that killed him last game.
You know what was so crazy? Oh, I don't even want to talk about ASL. Dang. But Scarabs. I'll just say Scarabs. That's all.
Yeah,
you know.
I agree. I know what you're talking about, and yeah, it was.
And that makes me sometimes feel bad for TOS, but sometimes feel like, what the hell? You know, like, anyway. Let's leave the ASL spoilers.
It's built into Brood War where it's like balanced almost by like accident.
Yeah.
You know, they are either overpowered or underpowered depending on which perspective you choose to take on them.
Yeah, I think if Scarabs were perfect and like had like heat seeking or otherwise AoE distribution or something, like then Reavers would be super OP. But because you have this fuzzy nature that you kind of is a bit of a crapshoot, you never know. So here comes Armada's move. He's loaded the Reavers into the shuttle. He's got his charge lots coming too. So this is it. He hears the drums of war, and he's gonna make his move here with the Zealots and the Reaver. Debaser doing good macro things here, but Armada's got a supply lead actually. So we'll see. Zealots at the front.
Base, it's not. Oh, those lurkers popping just in time. I don't think he. Oh, he does have an observer here. Oh, and the Zealots just tearing it up.
Well, that observer barely scoots back. The
observer's got 3 health. Oh, the Hydra's coming down from the high ground, though. It's going to be really hard to break that.
Oh, the observer goes down.
Good Reaver going down.
And some Scarab shots. He's trying to micro, pick up his boys. 1 Reaver's down, and he gets the other ones out. So he actually killed all those lurkers while that observer was still alive, which was remarkable. Right. Now he's getting he got a little overzealous trying to find another gap in Debaser's defenses, and he gets this shuttle picked off. So we're sort of back to square one, except now he's got Reavers, and the shuttle Reaver play is not going to stop. I wonder if Debaser sees this actually. Yep, look at his Ovi. Oh, the shuttle goes right past his natural Ovi there. And even Armada knows, but he doesn't have any goons, so he can't pick that Ovi.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to drop his Reavers here and try to secure the 3rd.
Yeah, not going to be caught without that 3rd again this game after the last one that they played.
He needs it. He's banking right now, Armada is, so he's like, I got to start scaling up a little bit here. Debaser says, what the fucking chat? That was weird. I don't know. The volume spike? Are we?
Yeah, there was a volume spike from you.
Oh, really?
Or maybe from me. It might be Hangouts.
Google Hangouts doing some algorithm stuff. Okay. Hey, maybe next game we'll check Discord again. Sorry guys for our technical difficulties a little bit here.
You don't need to applaud. It's Discord's fault.
Yeah, it's actually Discord's fault. We just suddenly got disconnected. I hope it's all good. Is this bad? Like, I'm just gonna keep casting, man. Keep casting. Yeah. Oh, Armada has to shoot one of his own cannons with his other cannons to get goons out.
No.
Because goons need the 2 hexes to get out. Oh, jeez. Oh, big attack going down. Fight. We've got Hydras fighting Zealots. Zealots are in their face now. Zealots are +1. Hydras +1. No armor for either player here. And that's going to be a win for the Charged Lots. Supported by Reaver Goon. So that's actually pretty good.
A lot of backup here from Debaser waiting in the ranks. I still think Armada's got the hold here, especially with those Reavers up on the top of the ramp. It's going to be really tough to push into that.
Yeah, we have a little bit of flexible compositions now. More Scourge being mixed in by Debaser, because Shuttle Reaver is going to be so huge. So we'll see if Debaser can pick off any of those shuttles while he's doing Reaver Micro. And now we see some spread, some scouting Scourge coming out. Spreading his Scourge around, trying to protect himself from drops. He's got 2 going to the right, 2 going over to cover his main corner, and that's just such a good move.
Look at this 5th base going down from Debaser, like the most in-your-face kind of placement.
Yeah, this is kind of dirty, and he's in the chat. Debaser, can you explain yourself? Like, why wouldn't you take the 11 o'clock? Like, you really take the close bait? Is that just to reinforce? Like, I mean,
it makes sense. Yeah, he's had him backed in the whole game. Like, why not?
Yeah, he's kind of a baller, to be honest, for doing that. Oh, he picks a shuttle.
Oh, man, that was
that
great.
Shuttle. What a snipe by Debaser. Good plays here. Debaser says, I just didn't know the map well.
Hey, that works, man. It's working out for you.
I just want to be like, you bastard, you're so good. Like, what the hell? Anyway, a lot of Hydras. They're now 1-2, so he's got actually double Evos going somewhere, because last time I checked, yeah, he's got 2 Evos.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting, a Muta switch incoming. And
2 Spires going down, which...
The double Spire. So that kind of harkens to a Greater Spire kind of Guardian play, which can be pretty good. Yeah. A lot of Mutas coming.
Or a mistake. It could totally be a mistake too. I've many times made 2 Spires.
Yeah.
Not 2.
You know, it seems weird because he made the Mutas and he's upgrading +1 somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He's calculating a Guardian type of switch here once he has a pretty full Lurker Hydra army, but I mean, he is an 11th grader, dude. You know, juniors in high school don't make 2 Spires.
That's right. They figured it out by then. We'll see very soon.
Dude, I'm waiting.
We just got double upgrades going. Is what he looks like he's doing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Debaser to be like, dude, I'm 27. Anyway, big fight going on. A lot of goons mixed in now to the composition. It's goon heavy. And the Mutas just get shredded, actually, by those goons.
But they did take out a full shuttle, I think.
They took out a shuttle? Nice.
So many goons.
That's a lot. A lot of goons now. And he's using his Observer well, microing well. Dude, I'm impressed by Armada's gumption. You know what I mean? He's not afraid to be like, okay, this is the time, I gotta make something happen. And he just does it. He moves out with his goons.
Even last game, his timings were great.
Yeah, for sure. And now this is actually pretty sizable Toss army controlling the middle.
Super scary.
He cut into Debaser's supply a lot. 115 now to 154, so Protoss is up. Debaser making drones at that, like, aggressive 5th.
The greedy 3rd or 5th, yeah.
He did do the 11th hatch as well, so that's pretty good.
Oh, does he see the creep, though? Oh, Armada just barely... Oh, there, he sees it.
He sees it. Oh, he sees the left-hand side? Yep.
Oh, but Debaser moving down with a bunch of Hydra Muta. Oh, and all the Dragoons coming up from the bottom. Is it going to be enough, though? I don't know. Oh, and the Reavers might clean it up. Oh, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close, but we've got Hydras trading. We've got Mutas trying to pick shuttle. Goons now concaving around.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. What a great concave from Debaser, but now the macro.
And then the Lings, yeah.
Yeah. I meant to say good concave from Armada. At that start of that engage, he had a big swoop of goons. and then he it looked good for him, and then there was just too much damage distribution from the Hydras once they clustered again and could pick goon after goon after goon. And now Debaser's looking really strong, basically strong arming, doing what he wants here a little bit, and disrupting the expansion pattern of Toss here, right in the center, making this an issue. Oh, the boys transfer. Oh.
Just a touch too early, but...
Touch too early. A lot of Zealots here. Armada's moving him in to get the maximum surface area. Zealot swords swiping.
And those two lurkers, there's no obs that I can see anywhere nearby.
Don't see an obs, and those just popped. Oh, they popped right as the Nexus is done. Surely Debaser's aware that they're right there now. Oh, he's microing his Hydras. Armada calls GG.
GG.
And that's GG. 2-0 for Debaser.
Wow, Debaser. Excellent game. Excellent play from both players, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, just goes to show what higher level players are capable of doing, because I see, 220 APM versus 170, and I've finished games with higher APM and looked like a total fool and did not have the composure of Debaser. So props to them. We're gonna update our scoreboard here.
Yeah, I've quite enjoyed going from the B team to the A team and kind of seeing an increase in the level between the two teams there.
For sure. So that makes 3-2 our series score. Debaser takes it 2-0 versus Armada, but you know what? As we talked about, Armada really, I think he did well situationally, and his push-outs were not bad, but that second gas in the first game definitely hindered him, and then in this one, it just kind of got a little out of control. It wasn't that bad. I like the Shuttle Reaver, and he was getting creative doing a different approach versus game 1, but just Debaser's a beast, man.
Yeah, I mean, that 3-hatch Hydra too is it's just a tough build to play against, I think, as Protoss. It's easier to execute than it is to defend, I think. And I learned it a little while back and just have been loving it since I did. It's just something that you can pull out of your back pocket and throw at a Protoss player, and I don't know, it's a super nice build for Zerg.
Yeah, so I just want to go back and just say, can somebody please clip the point where I make a little box and point out that the Hydras could get the Forge? Because I called it. I freaking called it.
It totally happened.
Anyway, next up.
My Discord looks like it's back up. I don't know about you, but we can try switching back over there.
Let's switch back. I think I'm back. Okay, I'm going to hang up.
Check 1 2.
Check 1 2. Hey.
Hey, Discord. Look at that.
We're good. So, that makes the series score 3-2 for No1CareThat, and that's pretty sick here. I'm excited, man. We've got our bro Scuzzy, who's a loyal stream viewer, going up against Kanzaki Renko. I'm gonna call him Renko. He identified himself as Renko in our stream chat. Let's take another bathroom break, and we'll come back in a couple minutes with a TVP and A team versus A team. It's gonna be sick. We'll see you in a minute.
Can't wait.